So you want to learn how to play the guitar? That's great. My name is Tim Edwards and welcome to the Tim G. Edwards Music YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can be kept notified when new video lessons have been uploaded. Today's lesson is an introduction of the acoustic guitar parts and their components and how they work and so forth, and also how to hold the guitar. So let's have a great time together, and again, welcome to this channel. So let's get started. All right, this is my acoustic guitar, and I'll just show you the components of that. And all acoustic guitars are basically built a similar fashion. They have the same components. There are some variations between manufacturing companies who make the guitars, but for most part they're pretty much the same. So all acoustic guitars and for most part all guitars contain the headstock, or the head of the guitar, the neck, and the body as a whole, just like us: head, neck, and body. Okay, so we'll start looking at the head first. This is the headstock. Again, it just contains all the individual tuners for the 6 strings. All acoustic guitars have 6 strings. All guitars have 6 strings. As far as an acoustic electric, acoustic guitar, or electric guitar, they do make 12-string acoustic guitars, but for most part people play the 6-string guitar. So you'll have 6 individual keys or tuners. These are called like machine heads or tuners or key tuners on that. And this is where you would twist one direction to make the pitch of the string higher, or turn it the opposite way to turn it lower. Okay, so for each one of these strings here. Then you have the nut that's just at the beginning, right below the head itself. You have the nut bridge going across the guitar, and this is where the vibration of the strings actually begin. So all these strings are off the neck and off the body, and so when you pluck a particular string, it'll allow the string to vibrate from this point all the way to the bridge on that. So this is the nut. And then on the neck, sometimes referred to as a fretboard, you have individual frets. And if you look close, you can see these little metal strips that's going perpendicular to the neck. Okay, and these little metal strips are slightly raised off the surface of the wood, but not touching the strings, because you want the strings to vibrate. Okay, so when we say frets, when we're referring like into a chord diagram or a note, we're referring to frets. So this would be like fret 1 in this area. This would be fret 2, fret 3, 4, and 5, and so forth, all the way up the neck. Okay. The next on the body, again, you got the whole body of the guitar itself. There's different shapes of guitars. Some are cut out right here where my hand is. Some are filled in more on theirs, and the ovation is kind of unique. It's got a rounded back. If you can kind of see what that looks like, its back is round, and it's just the signature of the ovation guitar. Most guitars are pretty much have a kind of squared off body in the back and so forth, but different shapes of the body will have a different type of tone that's coming out of the sound hole of the guitar. So there's some different variations in tones based on the shapes of the guitar. The only negative thing about ovation is when you get old like me and you have a little belly, then it kind of competes with the roundness of the guitar on that. All right, next we're looking at the sound hole. This is the hole cut out. This is where all the musical sound from the guitar will come out from this sound hole here. So when these strings vibrate into this hollow body inside, then they'll come out of the sound hole here. Okay, and then Some guitars have like a pick guard here. This particular guitar does not, but you'll see maybe a different color, like a black or brown or some kind of color. You'll have a pick guard, but this particular guitar does not have that. It's just kind of, it's decorative, but it also kind of serves a purpose. Your pick may not scratch the bottom of the guitar just below the strings. And then you have the bridge. This whole brown thing here is called the bridge. This is the nut on this side, and then the strings end up on the body at the bridge area. And this white piece that you see here we call is the saddle. And all guitars have a bridge and they have the saddle. The strings have to rest up against something to mute it from this point to this point and allow the strings to vibrate, but mute it on past the bridge and past the saddle and so forth. So this is the saddle, keeps the strings in a certain position as far as spaced apart, and same thing up there with the nut on that. Okay, then you have a strap peg on two sides of your guitar, one on the very back of the body of your guitar, and that's just to hold your guitar strap that you can put around your neck to keep the guitar pretty much in place. And the other one on this guitar is just right here where you can kind of see it. And for most part, all the guitars are there. Sometimes this one will be hooked to the neck. On some guitars you may see that, but most guitars have them around this area where you can keep your strap on around your neck and keep your guitar from falling, especially if you're standing up playing, because you can't really hold your guitar up and strum free-handed without somehow your guitar being held up by something. So that's why you have to use a strap on that. I think that covers most of the components of the guitar. So if you have any questions, just leave your comments down below. And again, if you like this channel, just click like and subscribe to this channel so we can keep you updated for future videos. So let's start your first lesson on how to play the guitar.